Hi guys, this is Hassan from Yu-Gi-Oh! Trio and just doing a Blackwing profile. It's not 100% made, so at the end, if you want to put any comments on how to improve it anyway, would be greatly appreciated. Well, I run 3 Borer and 3 Shura. It's pretty much staple in any Blackwing deck, any decent one, any of that anyway. Because obviously you just summon Shura, and you're supposed to use Shura's effect, get value, get like a Catasta or any nice level 5 synchro. Also, Borer is a decent level 4 to be able to special summon with his effect. To Sirocco, I wasn't 100% honest about him at first, about how to use him, but I actually think he's a decent card and it has won me games, to be honest. To Blizzard, I only run 2 because of the fact that I think 3 it can be a dead draw in your hand at the first turn. So you do generally get 2 in first hand, so I run 2 just to sort of cut that chance down.
It's
really.
cloggy basically then.
1 Zephyros. I wouldn't run more than 1 because of the fact that his effect works nice with like Gale the Whirlwind. Sort of bring it back, but then you can activate it again. It's like the only continuous spell I play, so it's the easiest to use for his effect really, and it's a nice level 4 to get back really. Obviously 1 Kalu, it's only limited to 1, but still you should run 1 anyway. It's helped me out in a lot of situations, especially in a tournament I ran in today. 1 Gale, limited again, but still great card, great tuner, and also has a nice effect. And then 1 Value. I wouldn't recommend running more than 1, mainly because of the fact that I think this card is a dead draw, but it depends on what you have in your extra deck and really what you want to run. But I normally like to use him in a combination with Shura, like I said before, to get a Catasta out or something. Right, now onto the non-Blackwing cards. I got 1 Dark Armed, because of the fact that with stuff like Vayu, Zephyros' effect, Blizzard, you can sort of control your graveyard a little bit more, and it's a lot easier to have 3 Darks in your graveyard for his effect. 1 Gauze, pretty much because Gauze is like a staple monster now. BLS, yet again, another staple. I run 2 Effect Veilers, purely because it's an easier light to get in the graveyard, and good one for BLS. And then 1 Thunder King, especially against TGs, it runs very well. At least 1 Thunder King, because they can't add to the hands with a TG effect. Right, on to spells. I run 2 Upstart Goblin. Well, I'm trying this out because of the fact that I'm trying to sort of cut the deck down a little bit more. I mean, fair enough, they gain 1,000, but at the end of the day, you still draw 1 card for each of them out, and I prefer that, and to get to the good cards quicker. And I also run 3 Pot Dualities. I know you can't special summon, but it sort of sets you up for the next great turn. You're thinking about the turn ahead really. Gale Whirlwind, obviously staple in the deck, because when you summon out, so when you can normal summon like a Sirocco, you can pretty much get any Blackwing card with this. 1 Allure, purely draw power again. It's obviously I run all dark except for like 4 cards, so it's pretty much easily usable. Mind Control. This is purely in case you want to go into Exceeds, or in case you have Gale but no other Blackwing to use, so you just use one of theirs as a synchro material. 1 Book of Moon. This is because when you got Borer the Spear or Blackwing Armwing, obviously it pierces and you can do a nice bit of damage with this card, and it gets you out of tough spots. Like staple cards like MSTs and Monster Born Dark Hole. I mean, I only main 2 MSTs. I did main a Heavy Storm, but I did take that out for Upstart to see how that ran. I am signing it though, however. Alright, so spells as well. Now traps, I run 1 Icarus attack, mainly because of the fact that I do side 2, I think it is. I might side 1. Just mainly because of the fact that it can be a dead draw if I have like Dark Armed or Thunder King out. It's not really that good. Also, Starlight Road really just screws over this card. Trapdoor Shoot. Obviously look at the hand, like say against the agents, get rid of Herald or Venuses. Really start screwing them up in the first turn. Then the next card is pretty much staple. Like 2 Solemn Warnings, 1 Judgment, 1 TT, and 1 Mirror Force. Just staple trap cards for a deck. Now on to the extra deck. I run one ally just decisive armor purely because of the fact that it's an easy 10-star to get out if you use like Blizzard. You special summon a level 4 with its effect, and then special summon like a Borer. You know, that's a 10-star right there. And also against agents, you can hit him a lot of damage with his last effect. I got this Miss Worm today. I don't necessarily go into a 9 all the time, but it's a good 9 to have anyway. Well, this is until I can probably get my hands on Trishula. One Scrap Dragon. It's an alright card to use. It's basically just there in case I get into a tricky situation or where he might be usable. One Stardust, obviously. I have a Blackwing Dragon. I think the only good combination you could come out with this would be a Skull Invitation. I don't run one, but if you are wanting to use him as a legit card, I would use a Skull Invitation. One Black Rose, purely because of the fact that it's a staple synchro, you know, level 7, just, you know, be able to nuke the field in a tough spot. You've obviously got your Blackwing synchros, your Blackwing Armmaster and Blackwing Armwing, you know, just staple synchros for Blackwing. And then you got my 2 level 6s, you got Gaia, which is obviously a really high powered level 6, you know, 2/6. Iron Chain is 2/5, and yeah, but it's still got stick effects, you know, when you hit damage, just, you know, mill 3 cards. My 2 level 5s got Magical Android, Catasta, purely because of the fact that, you know, they got good effects and, you know, easy enough to get out with Shuro and Vayu. And then I run 2 Exceeds, which is just Utopia and Leviathan, because they're relatively easy to get out. I mean, Gale and Kalu can go into this, or Sirocco, Shura, you know, several of them can go into Utopia. And also, then I've got like a side deck.
Don't copy this. Make your side deck based on what you play at locals.
Yeah, well, my side deck for my locals is mostly 2 Tragodias, 2 Cyber Dragons, 1 Kaiku, 1 Leech and Light, 2 Smash, 1 Heavy, 2 Ixac, 1 Starlight Road, obviously it's a good card anyway, 2 Lightning Prisoner Mirrors. That's purely because of the fact that if you go agents, or, you know, big like ones like Light Swan, for people who still run them, you know, it's still a good card. And then 1 Royal Decree for TGs really, or just any decks really that rely on the trap cards in a defensive row. Thanks very much, guys. For my Blackwing deck profile, if you know any comments or any, you know, suggestions to help my deck out, you know, it'd be greatly appreciated. Thanks very much.
Legit.